welcome back to my channel. My name is Jackie and today I am here to do my July 2020 wrap up. So the month of July, it was a very busy month for me. I had a lot of stuff going on in both my reading life as well as my personal life with work and school, and then on top of that I was trying to do 2 readathons and read other books in between, so it was a busy month. But with all that said, I am so happy I read 5 books. Like, that is a great number in my opinion compared to how busy it was. So overall it was a good month. I read, again, 5 books. I enjoyed all of them. I didn't give anything below a 4-star this month, which is impressive. That hasn't happened in a very long time. So without me going further, let's jump right in and get started. Per usual, I am going to start off with my monthly stats. Like I mentioned, I read a total of 5 books in the month of July. I did not DNF any books. I read a total of 3 physical books, 1 ebook, and 1 audiobook. I read 1 review book or ARC. I participated in 2 readathons, and I read a total of 1,660 pages. Genres read, I read 2 science fiction and 3 contemporary this month. As far as ratings, I had no books that I gave no rating. I had no 1 stars, no 2 stars, no 3 stars. I had 3 4 stars and 2 5 stars, but I will say both of those 5 stars were rereads, so take that with a grain of salt. But without that out of the way, now let's jump into the books that I read. The book I read in the month of July was The Poet X by Elizabeth Acevedo. This is a book I listened to on audio, and I highly recommend doing so. I really enjoyed this book. It is the one I have been meaning to pick up for a very, very long time, and I loved it. I'm not usually a big poetry person, but since it was written in verse, I wanted to check it out. Plus, of course, I want to support authors of color and all that, and I, again, really enjoyed it. It is a YA contemporary, but again, it is written in verse. It takes place in New York. We are following our main character who discovers slam poetry because she is facing some challenges in her life, and it is dealing with, not connecting with her mother as far as religious views and all that. And it's so well done. The audiobook is narrated by the author. So again, I highly recommend checking it out, and I give this a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I read Mayhem by Estelle Lohr. This is a book I did a blog tour for, so I got an arc of this from the publisher, and I gave this 4 stars as well. I really enjoyed it. I recently saw Kayla at Books and Lella talk about this, and I remembered I had an arc of it, and I knew my blog tour date was coming up. So I read this in, of course, preparation for that. So this is another YA book. It is contemporary, but it has a hint of fabulism to it. And it's kind of hard to explain the plot of it. It is following a girl who goes to a small town, and that's all I can really say because I don't know really how to explain the plot very well off the top of my head. Plus, I read it a while ago, so I don't remember all the details, but I enjoyed it for the most part. I know a lot of people were looking forward to this release, so yeah, gave this 4 stars. The next book I read in the month of July was Master and Apprentice by Claudia Gray. This is a Star Wars novel. This is the first book in Star Wars book canon, so this is a project I wanted to start at some point. So I picked up this because Kristen over at Super Space Chick had done a video on how to read the Star Wars books that are part of the canon universe in order. I will link it down below for you guys to check out if you are a Star Wars fan like I am. I really enjoyed this. It's taking place right before The Phantom Menace. It is following Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi as they go on some adventures, and it just follows their relationship because we did not get a whole ton of it in The Phantom Menace. Because of what happens at the end. I won't spoil it for anybody. But I really enjoyed this one, and I gave it 4 stars. I read Gray by Pete once. This is one I read for Musicathon. This was a reread for me, of course. This is my favorite book of all time. I was very much due for a reread of this because I try to reread it once a year. I love this book so much. You guys know that if you've been following my channel for a while. It's the book that made me join BookTube in the first place. Like, I love it so much. And this time I actually went through and annotated it, which I hadn't done in the past. This is a adult contemporary. It is kind of hard to explain the plot. We're following a rock star who, his band is starting to get big, and he is away from family and friends for long periods of time, obviously on tour, and he is in a relationship with a woman, and is kind of following their relationship for the most part, and it's not a very healthy relationship at all. I wouldn't say it's abusive, but it's definitely not a healthy one at all. And major trigger warnings for attempted suicide, drug abuse, alcohol abuse. So if that stuff bothers you, just be forewarned going in if you are interested in reading this. It is very short. It's a little over 200 pages. It, again, has left a major impact on me throughout the 4.5 years I've been on book 2. I love it so much, and I obviously gave this 5 stars. Another book I read in the month of July was Revenge of the Sith by Matthew Stover. This is another reread for me. I love this book and this movie so very much. If you guys don't know, this is a novelization of my favorite movie of all time. I just love it. This is the 3rd movie in the Star Wars saga. And again, this is just a novelization of it. I would say if you are a Star Wars fan and you didn't really enjoy the prequels, or you wanted more out of Revenge of the Sith, I would read the book because it goes into like a lot more depth than the movie did. I think that's why I enjoy it so much. It's a very good comparison to the movie, and I have a full non-spoiler review of this up on my channel. I will link it in the cards if you guys want to hear more of my in-depth thoughts. But I obviously give this 5 stars as well. That's it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Be sure to let me know in the comments down below what you guys read in the month of July, as I would love to know. And as always, all my social media links are linked down below for you guys to check out if you'd like to follow me on any of those. And all being said, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you soon for another video. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye!